In 2010, young Tunisians took to the streets. A young 26-year-old fruit vendor named Mohamed Bouazizi had set himself on fire in protest against a feeling of hopelessness. Bouazizi later died in hospital, but his youth and the violent nature of his protest sparked a unique revolution. One that brought youth, and especially young women, to the front lines to demand their freedom and a chance at real democracy. 4 years later, it is still burning. Now, Avenue Habib Bourguiba is home to a different sort of gathering. The old system of government is gone, and Tunisian political parties pack the capital's main strip to try and draw voters to their cause, just 2 days before the country's second free election since the Jasmine Revolution. One of those voters was 24-year-old Samah Krichah, a youth advocate working with UNFPA, the United Nations Population Fund.
I think that 3 years later, I now have responsibilities, experiences, feelings, dreams, and an action plan.
Which is why Samah and her young colleagues are trying to give young Tunisians a political voice before the next election. They're using social media, creating an independent interactive website, Kinjet Rais, meaning if I were president, where people can leave messages detailing what they want to see come out of the new government.
You just need to be on Facebook so that we can connect on the site to be able to post our vision of Tunisia by theme and governance. The objective of this site is to produce a book addressed to the president who will be elected at the end of December, so that maybe he will be inspired by it or consult it so that he sees a little of what people think of tomorrow's Tunisia.
And there's one concern that comes up time and time again. How can young Tunisians get jobs? 33.5% of young Tunisians aged between 15 and 29 are unemployed.
My name is Marwan Toujani. I'm from Dewar Hisher. I am unemployed. I'm a rapper and I'm 18 years old. I want to have a job, and I want every unemployed Tunisian to have a job, and I want everyone to have rights. I want Tunisia to change, and I want a new Tunisia.
I studied in the Higher Institute of Management, and I have a master's degree in financial engineering. Right now, I'm unemployed, but I'm active within the civil society. I think that nobody is satisfied with our current situation, especially the economic one. However, if we remain that way, and if you don't lift a finger, then nothing will get better.
Samah agrees, but she also feels there's another issue at hand that is equally as important. Women must be able to enjoy equal rights.
Tunisia will never progress without its women, who were always present in the streets, who are already emancipated and who are asking for more and who have more potential and who have more energy to give to this country. Every woman can give enormously if they are free, if she has control of her body, if she controls her life.
And UNFPA is working to ensure that women have access to their sexual and reproductive health rights in Tunisia by partnering with youth centers like this one, where women can come for health services like family planning.
We supply medical services as well as informational, educational and communicative services. Partnership with UNFPA.
It's all about choice, Samah says, giving women the power to protect their bodies as well as a say in the government they want to see.
I am very excited, very happy, and also very anxious. I am afraid because these elections are going to determine Tunisia for at least the next 5 years, and people really have to vote.
Il faut vraiment que les gens aillent voter. Il faut vraiment qu'ils aillent voter. Que ce soit représentatif de la vie du peuple, on fera avec le résultat.
That the vote is representative of the opinions of the people. We will live with the results of the vote, and we shall live with all this.
On fera avec le résultat du vote et on fera avec tout ça.
But the main part is to have real representation of all the political and ideological trends to work together.
Idéologique, de gouverner ensemble et voilà, qu'il n'y ait pas de violence, qu'il n'y ait pas
that there is no violence or a return to the old regime, or to impose a very precise ideology on all the Tunisians, which is not shared necessarily by all, and that the election is peaceful. Et voilà.
Et que ce soit peaceful, que ce soit dans la paix, et voilà.
This is a new Tunisia, and older generations seem to recognize this shift.
I'm very happy because this is the second time that I feel that I've undertaken my election duty. I hope you, the youth, would preserve Tunis, since this is your future and this is your country. And may God bless you.
Samah, meanwhile, watches the results that will help shape the country for the next 5 years, surrounded by her mother and grandmother. 3 generations, the past, present, and bright future of Tunisia.